Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Foley and I'm going to show you how to use the World Geography website if you are in my class, Mr. Elling's class, or Mr. Casper's class. These are all skinny classes that have for 2 quarters. I do have a block class using it as well, so I'll kind of show you what is to use for you and what is to use for the block, that kind of thing. But it's a pretty simple website to navigate, and I think once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to work with. So to begin with, let's look at the schedule first. Okay. If you are in Mr. Casper, Mr. Elling, or my own class for third block skinnies, you can always look over here for the schedule. That'll be yours. This is for other students that have a block, so don't worry about that. So on this page, I'll always have the schedule with what you should be completing. So for example, right now you are to complete the assignments in section 5, which is outsourcing. Now the assignments are under the assignments page. And for outsourcing, you'll see there's 4 assignments. The first 3 are optional. They're quick quizzes to check your understanding based on articles and a video that you watch. The 4th one is the actual assignment that's graded for this section. Okay, now anytime there's an assignment, it always goes with the page that has the same title. So 5 outsourcing, all your sources of information are going to be found right here under 5 outsourcing. So let's take a look. Okay, so to begin with, a lot of times I will explain a unit here and how it operates. Like right here, I explain outsourcing and what it is. There'll be directions on what is to be used and how to use it, and then you have your actual sources. So the first source here is People's Republic of Capitalism Joined at the Hip. It's about a 45-minute video that talks about the relationship between the United States and China and outsourcing that occurs with American companies. So you can either click on it to play it within the website. Kind of a funny way to start it. They're in a Chinese classroom, they're learning English. Or you can click to full screen so you can see it full screen as well. So those are options that you have for that. Okay. Now, like I said, there are some quick quizzes that you can take. So after watching the video, if you want to see how well you understand, you can go to whatever class you have, whether 3A or B for myself, Mr. Casper, Mr. Elling, and there'll be a quick quiz. And when it's done, it'll show you which ones you had right or wrong, so you can understand, okay, did I understand that video or not? The other 2 items here are articles. The first article here is an article from a businessman talking about what's good for business about outsourcing and what can be bad for business about outsourcing. Now, you can click here or you can click here to get to the article. It will, as you can see, take you to another website. This one is Forbes. However, I also have it for those that struggle with reading a little bit more. You can have it read to them as well.
The pros and cons of outsourcing.
So you can always open up the article and have this play at the same time. So that's an option too. I have that with all articles online. The third article here talks about outsourcing and job loss to Mexico specifically and what's happening with GE over there. So again, you can click on the picture or click here and you'll relate to an article. This is CNN Business, as you can see, and it's from 2016. So it talks a little bit about President Trump's views on outsourcing as well. And then there's the audio here as well. So for each of these, you can take the little quiz here to see how you did, but lastly, in the end, you're going to be working on this assignment right here. And this is the same for Mr. Elling, Casper, and myself. Write at least 3 paragraphs below arguing whether you feel American companies should or should not use outsourcing. Make sure to discuss 2 of the following. Based on the articles in the video, what do you think is best for the United States? What do you think is best for the world? And what is best for consumers, you and I? And so you put your name here, answer below in 3 paragraphs. Make sure you talk about 2 of those different topics and use some sources, such as the 2 articles in the video. And so that's what you have for this week. It's mainly about gathering some information together and answering those questions. Okay. Now, maybe your student or your student looking at this and you're a little bit behind. These below here, 3rd quarter required assignments, are your 5 required assignments from 3rd quarter. And as you'll see, I have all the sections are still up here, so you can go to those and get some help if you need to. Talk to your teachers if you need some more help. I know myself, if you're in one of my classes, I'm going to be having some Zoom meetings to catch up with these assignments, but they're still here. These are the 5 that you have to do in order to pass third quarter. So that's how the website works. You have your assignments here, schedule is here, and then each section here gives you all the information that you need to complete the science assignments. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact myself, Mr. Elling, Mr. Casper. If you need paper copies, we certainly have those available as well. So contact your teacher about those and we can go from there. So I hope you have a great week. And as always, let us know if there's any way that we can help you out. Thanks.